The talent moat at Google is cracking, and the core economics of artificial intelligence are fracturing right alongside it. Between June 18th and 24th, Alphabet shed roughly $269 billion in market capitalization. That drop coincided with the departure of 5 of Google DeepMind's elite researchers in a span of a few days. The destination of these researchers maps the shifting balance of power. Noam Shazeer went to OpenAI, while Jonas Adler, Alexander Pritzel, and Arthur Conmy migrated to Anthropic. They were joined at Anthropic by John Jumper. These are the primary architects who built the current generation of large language models. When this concentration of engineering talent disperses across the industry, the capability gap between competitors narrows. This talent migration is occurring exactly as the underlying business model of consumer AI hits a wall. The era of all-you-can-eat AI subscriptions is dead. The reality of complex, compute-heavy autonomous systems has arrived, and vendors can no longer afford to subsidize the bill. We can see this economic shift in the latest financial milestones. Anthropic has now officially overtaken OpenAI in total revenue generation. This chart shows the revenue trajectories of the top AI labs. Anthropic's line surges past OpenAI's at the $30 billion annual recurring revenue threshold. Hitting that $30 billion mark proves that the enterprise market is moving its capital toward reliable, heavy agentic workloads rather than simple chat interfaces. That same week, SpaceX acquired the AI coding platform Cursor for $60 billion. This acquisition embeds AI coding capabilities directly into the physical hardware stacks of aerospace engineering. As these massive capital movements lock in the market hierarchy, legal governance frameworks are tightening. The D.C. Circuit Court recently issued a complete denial of the Pentagon's bid in the Anthropic-Pentagon case, setting a firm legal precedent for how autonomous systems can be deployed. Between the capital consolidation and strict legal rulings, enterprise AI is moving out of its unregulated experimental phase and into rigid operational constraints. The clearest signal of this rigid new reality comes from Microsoft. They have abandoned fixed flat-rate subscriptions for their enterprise AI products. Flat rates worked for simple chat interactions, where a user asks one question and gets one answer. Multi-step autonomous workflows burn an entirely different magnitude of compute. This diagram shows the scale of the problem. A single task assigned to an agent, like Copilot Cowork, cascades into dozens of nested API calls. It reads data, evaluates it, triggers a tool, and reviews its own output, consuming 50 to 500 times more tokens than a standard prompt. That compounding token consumption broke the $30 per month business model. Vendors were subsidizing massive server losses, forcing Microsoft to implement usage-based billing. Under this pay-as-you-go system, light scheduling tasks cost $1 to $3, while heavy historical data analysis workflows exceed $7 every time they run. Enterprise CIOs must now adopt AI FinOps. You are no longer budgeting per seat. You are budgeting token consumption strictly on a per-task, ROI-driven basis. Even if you can afford to run these agents, the underlying architecture has a flaw. A 2026 paper by researchers Lin and Liu identified a critical failure mode inside prompt-composed systems. They formally define this phenomenon as compositional behavioral leakage, commonly known in the industry as instruction bleed. When you build an agent by concatenating multiple text files, the transformer's self-attention mechanism processes that entire context window as a single policy. There are 0 strict isolation boundaries between the modules. The researchers proved that editing a formatting guideline, like asking the model to avoid harsh language, can silently and unintentionally alter the decision thresholds in an entirely separate module dedicated to risk evaluation. This is a structural property of how attention heads weight contextual tokens. Because semantic meaning bleeds across these modules, simply stitching these prompts together entirely fails to provide true operational autonomy. Safe deployment requires strict maker-checker loops built with independent context windows. We can see the limits of these current architectures in the latest ResearchClawBench results. This is the first benchmark designed to evaluate end-to-end independent scientific research generation. The benchmark evaluates agents on a 100-point scale, where a score of 50 represents human parity, meaning the AI successfully rediscovered a paper's core scientific insight. This chart shows the current reality. Claude Code, the top autonomous agent, scored 21.5 out of 100. Models like GLM 5.1 achieved 18.19. The agents failed primarily due to experimental protocol mismatches and deeply flawed statistical reasoning when handling raw data. While agentic systems excel at automating tedious data pipelines, their inability to maintain stable scientific reasoning across long workflows keeps them below human parity for high-stakes research. While broad scientific reasoning fails, highly specialized on-premises models are seeing immediate viability. SoftBank recently deployed Cisco's Foundation Sec 1.1-8b Instruct model on premises, achieving 90% accuracy in Security Operations Center triage. Meanwhile, the MiniMax M3 model set a new open-weight record by scoring 59% on the SWE-Bench Pro, proving that self-hosted enterprise alternatives can now compete directly with closed-source frontier models. Running these powerful models locally shifts the critical bottleneck away from software logic and directly onto physical infrastructure. Investors are currently executing a massive capital reallocation, pulling funds out of India and directing them toward Korea and Taiwan to support a $110 billion AI hardware ecosystem. Look at the physical structure of these processors. Advanced chip packaging, specifically the microscopic vertical stacking of CoWoS and SoIC, has now become a geopolitical bottleneck equal in importance to raw fabrication. Every software breakthrough, whether an open-weight milestone or a specialized security model, is ultimately gated by access to this regionalized, hyper-advanced physical hardware. We are beginning to see what the next wave of models will do with that hardware. The AlgoEvolve framework utilizes large language models as active designers of algorithmic logic. This diagram illustrates the mechanism. In this system, semantic mutation operators replace the random numerical tweaks common in traditional trading evolution. The LLM understands the strategy's logic and rewrites a basic moving average into a volatility-aware regime filter. This semantic mutation allows the system to autonomously generate regime-adaptive strategies that shift dynamically to survive in noisy, non-stationary markets. We are seeing this same concept of workflow mutation implemented practically. OpenAI recently updated its Codex agent with a record and replay feature. The agent observes a single human demonstration of a task and immediately converts it into a reusable, autonomous skill. As these multi-step, logic-generating workflows become a compute-heavy, the margin for sloppy prompting disappears. Strict architectural efficiency and cost-aware engineering are now the absolute baselines for enterprise survival. Are you prepared for usage-based billing, or is your budget still tied to the flat-rate era? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to KYC AI Labs for more technical breakdowns.